I'm a lot more firm in my identity as a first-generation student, so I can claim it loud and proud, whereas when I first came here, that wasn't really the case. So there were a few big pillars for me as a first-generation low-income student. Number one was affordability. Harvard was probably one of the most affordable schools that I got into. And then another thing is just the people and the atmosphere and the learning environment.
So I chose Harvard because of two main things. The first being is that I wanted to go to a college that had a lot of academic rigorous courses for me to take. I come from a very rural high school where I didn't have that many opportunities to challenge myself academically. But the second thing is, and probably the biggest thing, was financial aid. Harvard has a great financial aid system here, and I am a low-income first-generation student, so choosing between which college I wanted to go to was really coming down to how much financial aid I was going to get, and Harvard was the most affordable college I actually got into compared to my state schools.
As a first-generation student, when I thought about stepping foot on Harvard campus, a large part of me was just scared, thinking that I would stick out in an awkward way amongst my peers. It didn't feel as academically or socially prepared as I thought my other peers would be. And definitely by the end of my first semester, I truly did feel like I belonged here at Harvard. I had friends that I could go to for anything.
I think when I first got in, my initial expectation was actually that I wouldn't be able to go here. I didn't really think that attending one of the most elite institutions in the world would be possible for me. My family, we live on a farm in North Dakota, so flying halfway across the country to go to college didn't really seem like something that we could manage. And it was only after sort of reaching out to Harvard, looking into their resources, their financial aid initiatives, stuff like that, that I realized that, yeah, this is something that would be doable for me.
Yes, I do think I belong here at Harvard. At first, I definitely had imposter syndrome, especially during my first semester here as a student. After my first semester, my imposter syndrome really did dwindle away, and that's because I relied on a lot of the advising support here at the college. So I spent a lot of time at the advising programs office here at the college, meeting with people, just talking about my experiences, what I see myself doing throughout my 4 years here at the college, and that really transformed my perspective on being at Harvard. It was once I was accepted, anyone that's getting accepted here, you belong here as a student, no matter your background, no matter if you're first generation and low income. Everyone's here because you were chosen to be here and part of the Harvard College experience.
I think initially I was very worried about not belonging at Harvard. I came here very quiet and introverted. I still sort of am, but I think coming here you really find the people that you sort of click with. A lot of my friends are also on financial aid, are also first-generation students.
So I would not be here if it wasn't for Harvard's financial aid. Being from a low-income family, affordability was extremely important for me.
I would say financial aid at Harvard is the only reason I'm able to go here.
If it wasn't for Harvard's generous financial aid, I would most likely still be back home, going to a state school. Harvard's financial aid allowed me to come here and allowed me to not feel the financial pressure.
I think my advice for first-generation students considering applying to Harvard is just really putting yourself out there in the application. I honestly let all of my background speak for myself throughout all the application process because it's really a big part of my identity as a student.
Advice that I would give other students is actually plagiarized by my alumni interviewer. I asked him the same question: what advice would you give incoming first-year students? He said to take it day by day, and that's advice that I truly hold near and dear to my heart. Anytime it gets tough, I just remind myself it's just a hard day. It's hopefully not going to be a hard week or month or even life. So my best piece of advice, even though definitely taken from someone else, is just to take it day by day.
If I were to give advice to any other first-generation students that are considering applying, I would just say do it. A lot of first-generation students believe that their stats aren't good enough or their essays aren't good enough or they don't have a story to tell, but that is completely wrong. I did not think I was going to get in because I was a first-generation student from a low-income rural background, and so I applied kind of on a whim. I did not think I was going to get in, and then it happened, and so I encourage you to apply because you never know what can happen. Oh my God, look. Hi, buddy. Oh. Sorry. Oh my God.